symphony of violence you wouldn't dare. Masks and faces locked in war. The crowd is roaring, give them some more. The blood and bruises, power and pain, adrenaline rush driving insane. Extreme wrestling, rock and roll, bodies collide, losing control. The Xwf where legends are made, in the ring of fire where warriors play.
And now, from Stage 21 at Universal Studios at Universal Orlando Resort,
Extreme wrestling, rock and roll, bodies collide, losing control. The Xwf where legends are made, in the ring of fire where warriors play.
Greeting wrestling fans and welcome back to the Nation Network. This is Xwf Fury. Bringing the action on the road, coming to you from Dayton, Ohio tonight for XWF on the road action right here live on the Nation Network. Joining me, of course, in the broadcast booth, the one, the only, Jesse the Body. And Jess, we've got incredible action coming out this week.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're starting it right out the gate. You know, we set the tempo early on with this one. You see Stacy Keibler coming out to the ring. She might not have the world's greatest win-loss record, but you can't beat those legs now, can you?
Okay, well, that all said, we're going to be seeing a lot of action tonight. The television championship is on the line, ravishing Rick Rude, his second title defense, if he's able to make it, going up against the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, there's a lot of bad blood between both of those dudes, and it's going to be very interesting to see if the Macho Man can find a way to take that title away from the grasp of the Horsemen. But I'll tell you right now, the New Age Horsemen are for real. I'm not so sure it's going to happen.
As Bull Nakano makes her in-ring debut here on the Nation Network, we saw her recently show up and challenge Alundra Blaze.
Well, I'll tell you, if anyone's had Alundra Blaze's number over the years, this is the person who it would be. Bull Nakano, she is a real deal Japanese superstar. Now she's back here for the first time in the XWF, but she's no stranger to Alundra Blaze. Tonight, probably nothing more than a warm-up match, in my opinion.
And how about that special tag team match tonight? We've got the Nasty Boys going up against Hulk Hogan and Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah, I've got my questions about that one. I don't really see Hogan and the Snake getting along very well, going up against a couple of guys like the Nasty Boys who know each other so well and work so well as a tag team. I give the Nasty Boys a major advantage in the main event tonight, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
I agree, as this match is officially underway now. Keibler with a rear waist lock of all things.
What are you saying, she's fat?
No, I'm just saying that Bull Nakano's a very powerful wrestler. And Keibler, let's say, is not known for her power. She's got some nice athleticism to her. And she can use those legs as weapons in a number of ways, including a backslide, because she can get that added leverage.
Well, just the fact that she was able to get Bull Nakano's shoulders down on the mat so early in the match, I've got to say, is a bit of a feather in her cap. But that's probably the only one she'll walk away with here tonight.
Gotta say, Keibler's looking really good early on in this one. And again, using those legs to her advantage, stretching her out, and look at Nakano feed her up on the second rope just to try to alleviate some of the power. And now Keibler from the middle rope, what does she got in mind? crossbody.
Well, I've got to tell you right now, I'm very surprised that Stacy Keibler has been this successful, but she's done really well early on. Perhaps Nakano took her a little bit lightly, I'm not sure.
Well, Nakano clearly going to have the size and strength advantage, and now, oh, that might be the great equalizer right there.
Well, this is what we all knew. I certainly knew this is what it was going to come down to.
Big slam right there by Nakano. Good Lord. The size and strength advantage, we knew it was only a matter of time. Well, the time is now. And Stacy Keibler is deep in the storm. Whether she can weather it, come out the other side, we're going to have to wait and see, but it doesn't look good. Want to welcome everyone watching us here live on the Nation Network for this special episode of Fury.
Monstar Entertainment in the house, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us.
Keibler back up on her feet now. With Keibler, she has the height advantage and the reach advantage, even though that reach is mostly with her legs.
Well, to the point that we made earlier on, she's pretty good at using those legs. Those are her best weapons. She knows it, and she uses them very effectively. But it's Bull Nakano we're talking about, and I think you're going to need a little bit more.
Head first into the mat, and Keibler has been busted open.
Yeah, Stacy Keibler just got split open with that shot to the head, and now Bull Nakano, seeing blood, is like a shark in the water. Power bombs are here on the floor, and Stacy Keibler's in a whole lot of trouble.
Nakano is all over her, dropping the leg down. Stacy Keibler, she might need medical attention after this. Referee counting. They got to pay attention to this one now. Bull Nakano is just brutalizing her ringside.
Yeah, if this would take place outside in the streets here of Ohio, I can assure you there'd be an arrest.
See that blood streaming down. Looks like the right side. And Keibler now sending Nakano flying. And I'm not sure if these ladies are even paying attention to the referee's count. They both get there by the count of 8. The match will continue.
Well, Keibler trying to do a move that normally would be a Bull Nakano type move. Stomps to the midsection and then walks it off, but she doesn't have the size or strength for that to matter. And now look at this, she missed her mark.
Keibler went for a big splash, but she was off, and that may have done more damage to her.
Well, of course it did more damage, she missed.
Nice little hip attack right there by Keibler. Now that she's got her on the ground, I think the fight is a little bit more even.
Yeah, that's got to be the key for her. She's got to keep Bull Nakano down on the mat because that takes away all of her advantages.
Big hip toss going for the cover now. Can you imagine if Keibler pulls off the upset here? There's one. And Bull Nakano able to kick out again. Keibler setting up. She's got something in mind. She's got the pay. Oh, there was that roundhouse kick, and it doesn't happen. Instead, oh, good night. She dropped her on her head. It's over.
Yeah, I don't think you're kicking out of that one.
She did. Somehow, Stacy managed to kick out, but she got dropped on her head. Oh, look at Bull Nakano. Firing up right now is Bull Nakano. As Keibler in the corner. And I've got a funny feeling we're pretty close to the end after that one. How Stacy Keibler kicked out of that, I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why she would. At that point, let it be over.
And Nakano comes crashing down.
Big mistake in my opinion right there. I believe Bull Nakano had the match won. Should have gone for the pin. Instead, she gave Stacy Keibler a chance to get back in this fight.
There's the roundabout. That spinning heel kick connecting. And here's a massive upset for Stacy Keibler. She got two. She got two.
Well, now she's going to the top rope, and I'll tell you, Bull Nakano is in a whole world of trouble. She better figure something out very quickly, or else her run to the top might be derailed by, of all people, Stacy Keibler.
Nakano using the ropes to pull her back up. I think most people thought this was a warm-up match for Bull Nakano. Comes up with a big elbow right to the jaw. Keibler head first into the turnbuckle once again. Bull Nakano with a power slam, and now what is she gonna do? From the middle rope, Bull Nakano went for the leg drop and nobody home.
Well, I can tell you firsthand, that is going to compress the vertebrae, and you're going to be in all kinds of trouble.
There's the big kick, and Stacy Keibler has split Bull Nakano wide open, and now she's going to work on that open wound.
Well, this has become a true blood feud between these two. What was supposed to be a warm-up match has turned into an absolute massacre.
It isn't often in women's wrestling that we see blood spilled, but now both ladies have put it all on the line and keep her going for the cover. There's a 2 count, and I don't know where they're getting it from, but once again, kicking out.
Oh, Bull Nakano now opening up on Stacy Keibler with a series of chops. A big kick right there to the head.
And there's that stomp to the midsection. Boy, I'll tell you what, Bull Nakano probably bleeding worse. More damage. There's the leg drop off the top rope, and that one connecting. Goes for the cover, and that might be all she wrote. Well, she pulls out the victory. It wasn't easy.
Well, it wasn't easy, but you know what? If you're going to be the champion, you have to take the tough matches. And, you know, a lot of people might sell Stacy Keibler a little bit short, and that's not justifiable because while she might not be the number one, she's a former women's champion here in the XWF.
Indeed, lest we forget. As we take a look back at some of the highlights from this one, there's that bulldog. That's where Stacy Keibler got busted open. And she went for the roundhouse there, missed. But later on, here we go with a big stiff kick right to the jaw. Nakano had nowhere to go, trapped in that corner. And there's the roundhouse that almost ended the match.
And there's a move that did end the match.
Here is your winner, Bull Nakano.
Big victory right there for Bull Nakano in her in-ring debut here in the XWF. It wasn't easy. Fans will be back with plenty more action still to come. Stay with us.
He's American made.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you? All right, fans, we are back ready for more action here on Xwf Fury. They set the bar with that opening contest as we take a look at one half of the tag team champions, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Four Horsemen from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 257 pounds, one half of the Extreme Tag Team Champions, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
The Enforcer, Arn Anderson, representing the New Age Horsemen. one half of the tag team champions.
Well, it'd be real easy to get caught up in the fact that he's normally known as a tag team wrestler, but at this point in time, the man has had such a long list of accomplishments, including being the television champion in the past, held that title for a very long time. Going one-on-one's not something that's hard for him to adjust to.
And his opponent from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 241 pounds.
Here come the Long Riders, formerly members of the IWF, recently signed here in the XWF, courtesy of Teddy Long.
Well, I'll say this for these two guys. They're a couple of young up-and-coming talents, but I don't know that they belong here right now. First off, they came from the losing federation, I should say. So why do we want somebody's leftovers here?
I don't think you can argue the fact that they have both got tremendous talent.
Well, we'll see how talented they are, especially Kip Winchester as he gets ready to go one-on-one with one of the greats of all time, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. Not a nickname he came by accident, by the way.
Referee steps between the two. We got a clean break and right back to collar and elbow. And the strength advantage, perhaps, for Kip Winchester as he managed to throw Anderson down. And they go right back to a lockup. Nice reverse. Winchester has the waist lock on. Anderson looking to escape if he can.
Well, I think if Kip Winchester wants to try wrestling with Arn Anderson, he might find himself outclassed real quickly.
Nice move right there by Anderson, to your point. Now got that side headlock on him. Winchester down to the mat. Look at Anderson wrenching back on that thing. You can see the pain etched in the face of Kip Winchester. His tag team partner Brett Colt watching on from ringside, and now Winchester has turned things around. He's got a headlock, scissor lock on the head, I should say. And look at him putting the pressure on as the referee is busy looking at the turnbuckle. What happened over there, I can only imagine.
Well, I have no idea. Bobby the Brain Heenan's busy watching the match. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly all he's been doing. Winchester going for a quick cover here. Referee counts one. I don't mind telling you, you're going to have to come up with a lot more offense than that if you're going to try and pin Arn Anderson. Oh, he ran right into the knee of Arn Anderson. He was ready for that one.
Like I told you, this is the veteran right now. Arn Anderson is the man who has been through a lot more of these matches than Kip Winchester has. He's going to school, and Arn Anderson's driving the bus.
That very well may be the case as Anderson just wrenched the neck. Winchester outside but comes right back in.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody with experience would have stayed outside for the count of at least 7 or 8. And now there's a sledgehammer that the referee has to put outside. I wonder where that came from.
Can't say, I didn't see.
No, but you're pretty quick to blame Bobby the Brain Heenan based on where it was at. I dare say it was coming from Kip's partner over there. What's his name, Brett?
Brett Colt.
Brett Colt? Great names these two goofballs came up with.
Anderson off the middle rope, driving the fist right down into the head, and Winchester managing to get back up. Big DDT, nicely done. Had that tornado effect to it. And now Winchester hammered away on Anderson, and now Arn Anderson has been busted open.
Man, we might as well be the Red Cross tonight. We are donating blood.
Anderson gets up and got caught right away in a small package. Oh, that cut just got hit again. Anderson is hemorrhaging. Kip Winchester right now is in complete control of this matchup, and he knows it. Diving elbow, and that connects. Look at how much blood Anderson is losing. He is really split open.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage right there, and he's definitely going to be seen. He's going to have probably have problems seeing right now because that blood is definitely streaming into the eyes of Arn Anderson.
Now Anderson gets up and hammers in a couple of shots on Winchester. And there's a spine buster, and we know what that leads up to.
Man, look at Anderson. He looks like he's coming back for more.
He's got him, perhaps the gourd buster here. There it is. Trademark Anderson going for the cover right in front of Brett Colt, who can do nothing but watch. There's two. He got a shoulder up. I can't believe it.
I don't think he's done himself any favors. He should have took the 3 count and been done with it. Now you've only done is made him angry, and I don't know that I want to deal with the enforcer when he's angry. As far as I'm concerned, he gave you an easy out. You should have took it.
Double axe handle across the back. Winchester looking really good right now.
Well, he's staying on top of Anderson. I got to give him credit for that. But Anderson always has the answer. Here it goes again. And we've seen Arn Anderson in positions like this in the past where things weren't looking so good. He always finds a way to coming back.
Big clothesline. Anderson looks like he might be done. The look of concern on the face of Bobby the Brain Heenan tells me he thinks he's done. Anderson now from the top rope. Double axe handle right to the head. Goes for the cover. Will that be enough to get a win?
Well, I'll tell you right now, everybody in a match tonight so far has been busted open. It's been a blood night here in the XWF.
Anderson, atomic knee drop. Oh, he caught him right on the tailbone with that one.
Yeah, I'm going to presume you've never had that done to you, so let me tell you right now, that sends shockwaves throughout your body. You'll feel a blast of heat go right through every limb in your body. I've seen people have that happen to them and their entire lower body goes numb.
Anderson right now drawing, perhaps on the blood itself. And now Bobby Heenan getting involved. Are you kidding me?
He didn't get involved. All he did was help him to make sure he doesn't get counted out. He got him back in the ring.
He's a manager. You can't put your hands on the competitors.
Well, he just helped him out.
Gourd buster again. That's got to be it. Anderson goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and that should be all she wrote. Indeed it is, but what an effort by Kip Winchester.
Well, it was a solid effort. I won't take that away from it, but at the end of the day, did he get the job done? No. Who did? New Age Horsemen. They're on a massive roll right now. You can't deny that.
Well, indeed, the Horsemen are indeed on a roll right now. In a few moments, though, we're going to see if they maintain that momentum because Ravishing Rick Rude is going to be putting that TV title on the line against his arch nemesis, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. We take a look back at some of the action here. There was the first gourd buster. Wasn't enough to get the win.
No, but it definitely set up for the end as far as I'm concerned. Here was a nice move. Sit out powerbomb, but again, couldn't put him away.
Here was a close call, that double sledgehammer to the head. Got a 2 count out of it, but Anderson wasn't done yet. And here we go. Look at Bobby Heenan celebrating early this time.
Well, that's because he knew nobody's going to survive 2 of those. Nobody.
Here is your winner, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Tremendous victory for that man right there, Arn Anderson, victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send you to the back where Mean Scheme standing by with the World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me at this time, indeed, is the heavyweight champion of the world, Nature Boy Ric Flair. And you, sir, have had some history now between yourself and a former member of your stable, one Kurt Hennig. Your thoughts right now.
Let me tell you something, Gene. How long have you and I known each other?
Quite some time, I don't mind saying.
Have I ever lied to you?
No, I don't believe you have.
So when I tell you that what's going to happen next to Perfect is going to be career-ending, you better take it to the bank. You saw that guy come out on television a week ago and put his hands on me. You know who I am? I'm the Nature Boy. You know how I got here? I flew in a Lear jet. That's right, our private jet, and then I was met with a limousine that brought me and the rest of the New Age Horsemen here to this craptastic town. And all to have to say to you, Perfect, your days are numbered, my friend. It's all coming down, and it's going to come down real soon.
Flair, you as the champion know that you're going to have to put that title on the line, and without question, it's going to be against the former champion. Your thoughts about a match?
Listen, I have no problem. Hennig wants to sit around here and cry over history. Bobby the Brain, he didn't made a decision. If you'd have done business the way we told you to, none of that would have happened. But no, you had to go into business for yourself. So we taught you a lesson. Just like that little puppy that you buy that takes a crap on the carpet. You roll up that newspaper and you smack him in the ass and you tell him no. And that's all we did to you. Next time we get in the ring, it ain't gonna be a newspaper, pal. If it's gotta be a baseball bat or a steel chair, I don't care. You're gonna get the message once and for all. You better understand this. Diamonds are forever. And so is the Nature Boy.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment.
Sidney Sweeney, Hasbro Kings.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the International Wrestling Television Championship.
All right, Jess, this is one of the big matches of the night. Title is on the line. Ravishing Rick Rude has one defense under his belt. If he gets 4, he sacrifices the TV title, but he gets to choose the championship he wants to compete for.
Well, the fact of the matter is this. Ravishing Rick Rude is a television champion, not by accident, but because he is that damn good.
The Universal Television Champion right there, Ravishing Rick Rude. You can see he's had an upgrade done to that belt.
Yeah, well, you know what? The old belt was from the IWF. That's gone. And, of course, when you're a member of the Horsemen, only the best applies. So that's why they went out and commissioned a brand new championship worthy.
The Macho Man Randy Savage heading to the ring. We all know what's behind this one. This may be the first time that I've seen in over a month where the Macho Man Randy Savage and Ravishing Rick Rude are in the same area at the same time, and the match hasn't already begun.
Well, I said it when it happened. I'm going to say it again. What happened to Miss Elizabeth was just a matter of being the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ravishing Rick Rude, in my opinion, he was going for a clothesline on the Macho Man. The Macho Man sidestepped it. Elizabeth was behind him, and yeah, she got wiped out. But I think that was completely an accident, and if it's anybody's fault, it's Randy Savage for having her there at ringside. What does she weigh, 105 pounds?
Yeah, but to be fair, she's been ringside for a very long time. As a matter of fact, at one point in time, she was even your manager.
That's true.
Introducing the challenger. From Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, Macho Man, Randy Savage. And his opponent, from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 240 pounds, the International Wrestling Television Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Well, I've seen that look on the face of the Ravishing One before, and that's all business. He's ready to go.
Once again, I want to say welcome to everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network for the XWF. This is Fury.
Shout out to Andrew Roberts in the house watching us here live as the television title is now on the line. Can the Macho Man Randy Savage pull it away from the Ravishing One? We're going to find out real quick.
For the first time, these two are starting out in an actual wrestling match. Wrist locks, arm bars. Absent at the moment the brutality that this feud has featured week in and week out.
Well, like you said, at the moment, there's a ways to go here. And I think as each man gets a little bit more desperate, you might see them pull out some things that are a little bit more desperate as well.
Thus far, it's been scientific, and both men are capable of that.
Well, they are, but again, this has been a pretty personal matchup between these two guys for several weeks. What happened to Elizabeth? Obviously, the Macho Man, I believe he feels a sense of responsibility. That's probably lent a lot to the personal attacks, and they have been brutal.
Rude now backing him up in the corner. Referee trying to get a clean break, and of course you're not going to get that from Rick Rude. Ravishing Rick Rude just caught the Macho Man during the break.
Well, anyone who knows anything about fighting knows you always protect yourselves at all times.
Again, referee, and again, Rude with a shot to the midsection. Savage looks like he's ready. There's a back elbow, and now things are starting to heat up.
Yeah, as they say, the feeling out process is pretty much over. Not that these two guys need much.
Savage a little disoriented there, and Ravishing Rick Rude looking to take advantage. Oh, he's up on the top rope. Ravishing Rick Rude has, oh, wait a minute, Savage caught him. He was playing possum. And now the Macho Man deep into the face, raking the eyes.
Yeah, that's, I suppose, a scientific maneuver, is it not?
Look, we know this one was going to get personal. We both surprised it lasts that long, and now Rude has him down.
Come on now, you can't tell me that wasn't a 3 count. The champion should already be retained. He just had him down for over 3.
And the referee was busy with a turnbuckle that Bobby the Brain Heenan loosened and removed.
Says you.
No, says the camera. It all happened right on camera.
I didn't see it.
Big surprise there. Rick Rude now sizing up the Macho Man. Head first into that turnbuckle. Not going to have the same effect with the pad there, though. From the middle rope, Ravishing Rick Rude, driving the fist right into the head of the Macho Man. Now Rude with a nerve pinch going on there.
Well, he's got the upper body straight for it. I'll tell you, when you look at Ravishing Rick Rude, you're not going to see a better built professional wrestler anywhere. That's why he's the winner of the Jesse the Body Award. He probably always will be. I can't imagine anybody coming here that's going to look better than him.
Whip to the ropes, back out front, caught him with a nice hip toss. And now the Macho Man going to the corner, Ravishing Rick Rude. Once again, Bobby Heenan going up there, trying to get the attention of the Macho Man. Here comes Rude charging in. He got caught with a DDT. Savage baited him in.
Well, I've got to give credit where credit is due. The Macho Man did a brilliant job of baiting him in. Rude was way overconfident on that one, and he paid the ultimate price.
Savage carrying Rude around, drops him across the top rope, and now to the ropes, the Macho Man. Driving that elbow right into the chest.
Not hooking the leg. You're not going to pin the champion that way. No way. Not going to happen.
Savage once again has got Ravishing Rick Rude in trouble. Head first to the turnbuckle. You're not going to believe it. He busted him open.
I don't recall ever seeing a match in the past, or I should say a card in the past, where everybody in the entire night got busted open. But right now, that's every match, at least one person.
Savage almost became the television champion, and look at Heenan.
Well, Bobby Heenan is definitely a little concerned right now, justifiably so.
Savage with a scoop and a slam, and now this could be the turning. We might have a new champion right here. The Macho Man poised on the top rope. Elbow connecting. He goes for the cover. Heenan is right there. He won't even look. We've got a new champion. And just like that, Ravishing Rick Rude is the former television champion.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Ravishing Rick Rude had that match won way earlier in the first 3 minutes. Had the shoulders of the Macho Man down to the mat, but the referee wasn't paying attention to the job.
And that was all caused by Bobby the Brain Heenan.
You can say whatever you want to make excuses, but you saw the same thing I saw.
There were close calls throughout this match. There's the slam by the Macho Man, and here comes from the top rope. And drills that elbow in.
Here's your winner, and new International Wrestling Television Champion, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage, is victorious. We'll be back with our main event. Stay with us.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
All right, fans, time for the main event. Tag team action, Jake Roberts and the Hulk Hogan.
Well, a little bit of curiosity happening there. Hogan tags himself in, and Jake Roberts didn't look like he was real happy about that.
I don't really see it that way, but we'll keep an eye on things as the match progresses. And from behind, look at this.
Well, one thing I'll say about Chuck Hogan, he's used to being in singles matches. He's never proven to me that he's great as a tag team wrestler.
Well, he's part of the Mega Powers.
Yeah, how'd that turn out?
They exploded.
Yeah, great tag team. You ever see the Nasty Boys explode?
No, I can't say that I have.
Yeah, so that's because they're a real tag team. Jake Roberts, ever seen him as a part of a tag team before?
Not consistently, no.
It's because he's a loner. He's a snake. You never trust a snake. I don't see how these two dudes are ever going to get along. And then we won't even talk about the egos both of them carry.
Knobs driving Hogan into the mat. Referee's in position for the count of one. Oh, what a chop right there by Knobs. Makes the tag. Here comes Sags. Nasty Boys right now, they are in the driver's seat. Hogan just got taken clear over. Sags attacking the champion.
Well, just think about this. Jake the Snake Roberts should have been the man of the match right now. Hogan should be on the apron ready to make the tag, but he had to start the match. The ego wouldn't let him not take it.
Down across the knee with that backbreaker. Nicely done. Oh, from behind. Hogan is in the wrong part of town right now. Dropped head first into the turnbuckle, and the Hulkster in trouble. Now he's trying to make the tag to Jake the Snake Roberts. I don't know if he'll make it in time or not.
Nope, took him too long to get there. He only got halfway across, and now it's a pin attempt here by Sags.
Roberts coming in to make the save. I don't think he'd have got there in time. Here's a backbreaker for the Snake.
There is no continuity between Roberts and Hogan right now as far as I can tell.
They really haven't had a chance yet. I believe once Hogan makes a tag, we might see something different.
When's he going to do it? Right now, he's down and out in the middle of the ring. He's got nothing.
And now rolling Hogan over for the cover. The Hulkster able to kick out. Knobs right here in control. Stomping away on the midsection. The Nasty Boys, of course, they are XWF mainstays. They've been here since day one. Walks right into the big elbow now. It's a chance for Hogan, perhaps.
Yeah, look how bright he is. He takes him over to the corner, but you think you take him over to the corner with Jake Roberts. No. Because he wants to hog the limelight all to himself. That's just the way he is.
Irish whip into the corner he goes, and now Roberts hangs on to him. Oh no!
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Hogan accidentally took out Roberts. And now Jake Roberts takes out Hogan.
You keep on saying accidentally. I'm not so sure where the accident's taking place right now.
Oh, the Nasty Boys are in control of this one. Knobs drives the elbow.
Should have gone for the cover right there. He's got him down and beat.
Went for the headbutt, nobody home, and now Hogan back up on his feet. There's a scoop and a slam. Are you kidding me? Drops the leg, going for the cover. Will that be enough for the win?
How the heck is he pulling this off?
Sags able to kick out. And now thrown into the corner. There's the tag made to Jake Roberts. Perhaps they can get back on the page.
Well, the first time that Jake Roberts is legally into this match, but I don't know how he can possibly work with Chump Hogan after all this.
Once again, welcome to everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. Scott W. in the house, Jake Roberts in control, and quickly making the tag to Hogan.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Roberts is like, let Hogan come back in. He wants the spotlight so bad, I'll give it to him.
He's got him in the bear hug, the 24-inch pythons, putting the squeeze on Sags, and he is fading.
No, 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 he's fighting back right here. Smart move.
And now Sags with Hogan driving him into the mat. Senton splash and going for the cover. Roberts is there to make the save.
You know what? You can say anything you want. I'm telling you, these two dudes are not working well together at all tonight.
There's definitely been some miscommunication throughout, and that's not unusual when you've got a first-time team put together. Hogan slides out the back door, chop block to the knee. Big right hand, double sledge to the back, and now Hogan in control. There's a tag made to Roberts. And despite everything you're saying, it looks to me like these two guys are working together.
Well, you've never been in the squared circle, so I'm not going to worry too much about what you think. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I don't think there's any trust there whatsoever.
Nice hip toss right there by Roberts, and now Knobs in trouble. Jake goes for a cover, but you're not going to pin him on a hip toss. Although I got to say, that was pretty close.
Close doesn't count unless it's horseshoes and hand grenades.
Again, Roberts with a cover. Knobs getting that shoulder up, and Roberts with a word or two for the referee as well. There's another tag made, and Hogan back into the match. Knobs is up, and down he goes. Hogan gonna try the leg drop one more time. He hits.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here right now.
Referee counting 2. He kicked out. I can't believe this.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at some Hogan trying to cheat. That's your hero right there, huh?
Well, you are going up against the Nasty Boys.
You justify anything you want. You're just as bad as Okerlund.
Back elbow caught him on the way in. Samoan drop, nicely done. Hogan with a back elbow breaking the hold. Look at this, Thesz press by Hogan. Hammered away with the big right hands.
You aren't going to believe this, but I believe he busted him open.
He did indeed, and he's got the bear hug on the squeeze. Knobs got out of it once. Can he do it again? No. Hulk Hogan victorious.
Hulk Hogan's victorious. Oh, wait a minute.
There's some bad feelings going down here between these two. Fans, we gotta go. We'll see you next time for more XWF Wrestling action.